And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side are analysts Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. From the sideline, we'll have the Hall of Famer David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a bit. We've got the Atlanta Hawks facing the New York Knicks. We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, Kristaps Porzingis has drawn comparisons to Dirk Nowitzki, and it sounds like Dirk is a fan. He says of Porzingis, he's long, athletic, tough. He has touch. He can put it on the floor. He is for real. Kevin?
And Porzingis, DA, a good 3 inches taller than Dirk. He's a very unique talent for sure. Both teams tonight, Doris, looking to take a measured approach to this game. What should we expect to see in these half-court sets?
Yeah, typically these two coaches want to make sure they're in control of what's transpiring in the half court. So you'll see that point guard look over to the sideline, maybe get a play call from the head coach, and then try to execute it. But they're certainly seeking out the best matchups, and if that means changing sides of the floor, getting to the third and fourth options, that's exactly what these teams will do.
And so off the tip, it's New York. Looking at the starting 5 for the Atlanta Hawks. And it's Prince outside at the 3 with Collins down at the power forward. Young and Bazemore team up in the backcourt. And it's Len in at the 5 down low.
Oh, great job on the closeout, providing a lot of good D on the perimeter.
Well, that's just superb effort on the defensive end. You don't allow the shooter to get into a rhythm from deep.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
And every year, it seems to me, Kristaps Porzingis willing to take on more and more responsibility. There is a process to becoming a better leader, and Kristaps Porzingis is right in the middle of it.
Porzingis making his return after ACL surgery last season.
It's just nice to see him back. I mean, you remember that injury just took the wind out of the Knicks and their fans. However, it set their direction as they took a more long-term developmental approach.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Well, he was fired by the Grizzlies 19 games into last season, Doris, but Coach David Fisdale with a fresh start now with the Knicks in New York.
Well, you think about in Memphis, he tried to shift from the grit and grind to a more modern NBA style, and I think he encountered some resistance there. With the Knicks, more of a clean slate, a chance to build the culture from the ground up.
They get it back. Goes up to the stripe. And shot is off.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, I love seeing Kanter distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
Now here's Bazemore. Glenn a screen. And it's Prince penetrating. Collins kicks to Young. Takes the 3. Porzingis with the rebound.
Yeah, coming off that screen, wide open, just can't convert.
Well, I think, Greg, that's exactly what you want. The screen was solid. The execution just fell a little bit short on the shot.
Now, here's Collins. After Enes Kanter's miss, Prince. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Neely Kina kicks to Porzingis. Over Collins. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Well, they're simply having trouble getting their legs underneath them, right? They're just 1 for 5 to start things off.
Glenn a screen. Young pass to Bazemore. Len sets a screen for Prince. Young in the corner.
That's nice technique on the glass. You know, you leverage your position and your size to pull that in.
New York, no good that time either. Atlanta's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. And he hits it to tie the game up. Young's got his first points of the game.
And skilled at just getting separation off that pick. Young's ability to create for himself is impressive. You know, he's got a lot of length, and right there, he needed every inch of it.
That's true, Jay. You're right. You know, we really don't know that much about him in that department, but my goodness, when he gets up, he can go.
I like this aggressiveness from him. He saw an opportunity and did not hesitate.
Now, here is Young. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Prince. Over Porzingis. Collins. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. To the middle. Second chance shot and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way. Yeah, sprinting end to end, but under control. That's the key.
No, exactly right, Greg. You can't go too fast. He pulled that off in brilliant fashion.
Here's Knox. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. To the inside, Young. Porzingis with the block.
This guy's showing great potential as a rim protector. Porzingis a threat to block shots anywhere, anytime.
Shots good from Young.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Knicks trail by 5. Ntilikina passes to Knox. He kicks to Kanter. To end the run. Up again.
Well, despite his struggles from the field in this period, you know he's going to keep asking for the basketball.
Prince's shot is good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Passes it to Bazemore. Over Hardaway. Bazemore misses. Porzingis against Collins from 10 feet out. And another shot. Porzingis can't hit.
I'd say that's been the story of this guy's night. He can't get anything to fall.
Len kicks it to Bazemore. Pass to Collins. Len with it. Down low. Great D that time from Hardaway.
I don't think the defense is much of a factor there. He just botches the finish.
Well, Greg, for Atlanta, it was out with the old and in with the new for the point guard position for the Hawks.
And Hawks were able to trade down and still get the guy they wanted in Young. See him as an impact guard to build around for the future. Had to move Schroeder to free up space for Young, but this team now has a clear core to build around.
Elite offensive rebounder from the moment he stepped between the lines. And his Kanter, that is a strength of his game.
Collins passes to Young. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Well, the struggles from the field continue for this guy. The way it's going, he shouldn't be more than a secondary option for them at this point.
And Atlanta calls their first timeout of the game.
And sometimes it seems the age of interior scoring big men has come and gone. Enes Kanter, one of the rare big men who can dominate a game offensively in the paint, great hands, and the strength to create space.
A different look for New York. Lasagna, he's checked in for Knox. Lee comes in for Hardaway, and Trae Burke subbed in for Ntilikina. And then for Atlanta, Wayne Dedmon comes in for Len, and it's Jeremy Lin in for Kent Bazemore. It's Hezonja in the corner. It's Dedmon with the rebound. And you talk about Kanter's inside game, but he's got a solid jump shot.
It looks very comfortable all the way out to 20 feet. I think before long, we may see him add a three-point shot to his repertoire.
Here's Burke following the basket by Trae Young. Kanter sets the pick for Porzingis. There's a screen by Kanter. Up off the screen. Porzingis can't hit.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Inside, Lin. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Well, as last year pretty much a lost year for Lynn. Tore his patella tendon on opening night, and Doris, that was it.
Yeah, that was hard to watch for Jeremy Lin because you know he's put in the time and was penciled in for a big role with Brooklyn. So nice to see him step back between the lines and continue playing.
And that one falls for Lynn.
And for Lynn, missing the season last year, he's just glad to be back. His playmaking and creativity is something that this team needs. As long as he's healthy and playing aggressively, he'll be an effective guard option.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Anderson comes in for Taurean Prince. And it's Carter in for Young. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. And with Lynn, he made a point upon returning from injury, saying he will not change how he plays.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of guys, they'll shy away from contact after experiencing a torn patella like Lynn did, but he knows that he is at his best going at defenders and absorbing that contact. He said he'll try and be more aware of how he lands, but has no plans of changing his game.
Knicks trail by 8. Burke kicks to Porzingis. There's the pass to Hazania. Fades back. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession.
A moment now to see the numbers for Kanter. He's coming off an excellent season. 5th in field goal percentage, and he also finished the season in the top 10 in rebounding. It's just a terrific year on the glass.
And yeah, he's one of the most efficient scorers in the league for sure. Moves without the ball, avoids taking the bad shots. That's why he was top 5 in field goal percentage last year. Now here's Burke. Tight defense on him.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass. And you know what, call it great defense or a poor offense. Either way, they're limiting their scoring.
They set the pick. Dedmon dishes to Lynn. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Man, hard to believe. Already they're staring at a double-digit lead, and we've just gotten started.
Boy, they have come out strong. They've controlled the pace, asserted their will. Wow.
Now here's Porzingis. He's got 6.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Yeah, scoring isn't coming naturally to him right now. Looking a little bit uncomfortable out there.
Carter, the pass to Lynn. Back to Carter. Over Lee. Here's Dedmon. And the call will be against Justin Anderson. That's his first foul. Knicks trail by 11. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. This, of course, being game 1 of the season, is their first look at Atlanta.
Yeah, and they lost the season series to this squad last time around. Maybe a little extra motivation tonight to show they've improved.
And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for Atlanta.
And the three-point shot above the break has become a popular shot in the league, but not for them tonight. They're passing that one up and just trying to get their offense from closer to the hoop.
Lynn with the steal. Fast break, the Hawks. Collins is running. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And when you watch Collins play, Greg, you just can't help but notice how athletic he is going to the rim.
Man, his hang time and ability to throw it down make him an ideal finisher inside. Very efficient because he's not only a strong finisher, but also enjoys attacking the rim. And does a great job, I think, of picking up misses, just being a pest for the defense.
And that one falls for Collins. And so Collins nails both of them.
Well, you think about the New York Knicks last season and any number of challenges they faced. Jarrett Jack was probably the closest thing they had to a legit playmaker in the NBA. Here's a guy who led his team with 5.5 assists per game.
Out to Lee, and it's out of bounds for the Knicks as New York retains possession. And in front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. Fifth on the list, and it's Kanter.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
Kanter with a screen on Collins. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. And Dora's talking about the Knicks. Even without a dedicated playmaker, they were still above league average in the assist category.
Well, they show you that you can conquer that metric with shared responsibility. And that certainly works if you're moving the basketball well. But you also, I think, need that one guy who, when everything else breaks down, can make a play for himself or for a teammate.
Now, here's Kanter. Right side, Lee. It's stolen by Carter. Porzingis against Collins. He feeds it to Lynn. Doris, we've already had a few surprises this season. Some teams really exceeding expectations. Others have kind of gone the other way. What's your take?
You know, it's always a little bit early to tell exactly what kind of team you're going to have, because we've seen this historically. A team races out to maybe a 7-1 start or a 10-1 start, and yet perhaps they come back to the field. The teams that are the youngest seem to have the steepest learning curve. So where are the lottery picks and what impact are those guys having?
And that one falls for Lynn.
Now, Jeremy Lin is an aggressive player, Kevin, someone who will make things happen. I like how aggressive he is. He sets a tone with that aggression.
Both free throws good from Lynn.
And Lynn has really carved out a nice role for himself in our league. An effective two-way player who can score, rebound, pass, and defend.
They grab their own miss, and Azania gets it to go.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
I'll tell you, if you don't box out well, expect to get burned. You can't afford to give them second chance opportunities.
Carter. And the layup's good off the glass. Carter's got his second basket of the night.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Right, really a disappointing effort on the defensive end, not offering any challenge at all at the cup.
Now here's Moutier. Out of bounds. Atlanta will take possession.
Hawks ball.
Atlanta leading by 13. Lynn kicks to Carter. 52 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Dedmon. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Kanter's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Wasted no time on that one. Baker's got his first points of the night.
The defense making it way too easy for him on that jump shot. He'll take that all night.
Here's Lynn. Here's Dedmon. Outside, Lynn. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Moutier with the ball. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Outside, Porzingis. Buries it down low.
Well, Mouse in the house. He recognizes the size advantage and goes right to the rim. Good aggressive play.
Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. It's Atlanta. They're up by 11. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. Frank Ntilikina has established himself as a legit defender. He spoke about his mindset.
Defense is 80% of will and 20% ability. So you try to stop the player in front of you and you try to deny him to score the basket. That's just the challenge, and that's what I love in this part of the game.
A young player with an advanced understanding of defense, and his length gives him an edge.
And his defense is something he enjoys. If he can put it all together at both ends, he's a player you can build around.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And, guys, we've seen the Hawks really take control here.
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
Well, the commitment is evident, and they are simply phenomenal at their aggression on the defensive end right now.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. Dwayne Dedmon is out there with Anderson. Then it's Jeremy Lin. Then there's Carter. And that one falls for Lin. And the Knicks making a change here. Knox is checked in. Both free throws good from Lin. Knicks trail by 13. Moutier passes to Porzingis. Now Hazonia. And the call will be against Justin Anderson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Okay, now you've got to dial down the intensity a bit, right? That's his second foul, and we still got a ways to go before halftime.
And so here is New York. Here's Moutier. No good with the triple. Atlanta leading by 13. Fires from the wing. Hits the front of the rim and out. And a fast break now for the Knicks. And the dunk by Porzingis.
How about the height and the length and the athleticism of Kristaps Porzingis? Barely has to jump to throw that down.
Dedmon dishes to Lin. Good on the triple. Lin's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, the assist just put on time and on target. Easy shot opportunity.
Porzingis sets the pick for Moutier. To the inside. Dedmon with the block.
Boy, the way he's been going, he is not going to be the guy to turn this around.
To the middle, and he bangs it home with one hand.
I'll tell you, such a tremendous rhythm to that sequence. Great player movement, great ball movement on the lead pass.
Hazonia with the ball. And it's Carter picking him up. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Dedmon. Carter right side. It's deflected. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far.
And you can see the improving court awareness of Emmanuel Moutier, having an understanding for when to find his guys.
Lin kicks to Carter. Pass to Anderson. Dedmon a screen. Herter loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper.
You know, the assist has to go to the screen on that play. Gave him all the room he needed to rise and fire.
New York calls timeout. Commissioner Adam Silver recently said there's nothing magical about 82 games. Doris, what do you read into that?
I read nothing more than the leadership that Adam Silver is about. And it seems to me that the NBA is one of the most proactive professional sports leagues in the world. And by that I mean, Kevin, they will evaluate every aspect of their business If they believe it's advantageous to make change, then they will go to their competition committee, they will go to their ownership committees, and they will make whatever change they believe is for the ultimate good of the game. And that's exactly what you'd hope for.
Personally, 82 games, in your opinion, what do you think?
You know what, Kevin? It can be a little bit of a grind, but there is money at stake. And obviously, that's a difficult thing for owners to come up and over. The players would have to want to give some money back. So, listen, 82 games is long, but what happens, I don't know.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, it is the era of positionless basketball, but how exactly did we get here? Well, new defensive rules at the turn of the century encouraged face-up scoring, motion-based offense, and guard play over isolation and post-ups. As a result, offensive roles have become more interchangeable.
It has become a positionless game now. David, thank you very much. And for Trae Young, it's a little unfair that he's already being compared to Steph Curry.
Scouts are always going to look for comparisons. And I'm not saying Young is Curry, but many of the strengths and weaknesses are similar. The size and athleticism, the insane range, and both have that it factor.
And he makes the first.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Frank Ntilikina is checked in for the Knicks. And so Young nails them both.
And, of course, all the comparisons to Steph Curry. Young just trying to be the best version of himself. And we've already seen the upside.
Drains the three-pointer.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
It's deflected. And here we go. Here's Ntilikina. Softly drops in the floater.
Gotta be careful around Ntilikina, an active defender who uses his length to come away with steals.
It's Young on the wing. He's got 9. Out to the right wing. Glenn, a screen. He used that pick to get in close. He has 6.
Boy, defender taken out of the play with a rock-solid screen. No way he's going to get through that.
Knicks trail by 15. Ntilikina kicks to Hardaway. Passes it to Knox. Glenn grabs the board.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Okay, time now for an injury report.
Hey guys, the head athletic trainer for the Knicks gave us some information. It's not what anyone wanted to hear, as it sounds like it's a severe injury. That is a bitter pill for them to swallow so early in the season. It clearly changes the look of this team going forward, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. Well, guys, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, it sounds like he's got a long road ahead of him in terms of his recovery.
And our hearts go out to him. The guy works so hard. His teammates love him. Coaches love him. He's going to be missed.
And Tim Hardaway Jr. returning to New York with a 4-year, $71 million contract that surprised many. He's got to shoot better than he did last season to be worth that kind of money.
Two shots.
First one falls for him. And Hardaway, of course, the son of former all-star point guard Tim Hardaway, who played with the Warriors in the Heat.
Yeah, I mean, Hardaway Jr. much more comfortable, I think, off the ball in terms of spotting up and attacking. Definitely has worked on his ball handling and creating a little bit more of his own offense.
Lee's checked in for the Knicks. Hardaway hits them both.
I'll tell you, Tim Hardaway Jr. has shown signs of being a lights-out scorer. And he's got the game to do just that. He looks better and better every year, guys.
Bazemore, no one around him. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And great job from beyond the arc this quarter. They are now shooting the 3 at almost 60% for the game.
Porzingis against Len. Porzingis with a screen on Bazemore. Back to Porzingis. 6 to shoot. And the Knicks miss again.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Len, good.
Timeout.
You must be confident in the jumper, and Alex Len letting it fly from the mid-range.
New York calls timeout. One big problem for the Knicks last season, Doris, the offense was okay, but the defense let them down.
Right, and the one area that was a strength was shot blocking. But a good defense requires far more than that. It requires quickness. It requires on-point rotations. Their defensive rating ended up being in the bottom 10 last year, Kevin.
Trae Burks checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Screen by Porzingis. Shoots over Len. New York, no good that time either.
I'll tell you, he's had a tough night. And if you're going to shake out of a slump, he's not going to do it with those kinds of shots.
Shots good from Young.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. And that's 15 points for Porzingis.
Well, Kevin, how about the shot mechanics of your 7-footer? Kristaps Porzingis is efficient in catch and shoot.
Collins passes to Dedmon. Young in the corner. There's a screen by Collins. Young's shot is off.
Now, great look on that, just a little out of rhythm.
Yeah, he looked like he forced that a little bit. Just needs to take his time. Got to make these shots right now.
And this is what you want to see, confidence. Ntilikina showing he can drain that pull-up shot.
Here's Bazemore. And it's good, 2 points. Bazemore's got 5 points now in the quarter. Knicks trail by 19. Burke kicks to Porzingis. That shot off. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. 22 is their biggest lead.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's Ntilikina. Atlanta with the rebound.
And why take that contested shot? I mean, make the extra pass.
Now, that's a head scratcher. When the defense is in your grill, move the ball.
Porzingis sets the pick for Burke. Here's Lee. Rejected by Len.
And Kev, you see the agility of Alex Len in good position for the spot.
The feed to Prince. Second chance shot. Porzingis with the block. And they'll keep possession. Now here's Burke, defended by Young. Lee passes to Porzingis. Porzingis against Len. To the paint, Prince. The Knicks pull it in. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound in this one. And they cash in right away with the quick shot.
See, Porzingis should score the basketball, but he also recognizes when his teammates have a clean look. I love that unselfishness.
Len a screen. Prince wide open. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Prince has got 9.
Gentlemen, this guy goes from good three-point shooter to great when you give him that kind of space.
Porzingis inside. Len on him. Knox misses. Atlanta leading by 23. Collins kicks it to Bazemore. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Knox. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Knox has got his 3rd basket of the night.
You know, after not scoring a single point in the first quarter, they're still feeding him, and he's showing his appreciation.
They set the screen. Pass to Bazemore. Young, a screen on Lee. There's a screen by Collins. 4 on the clock. He used that pick to perfection. That's 12 points for Prince.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
And here's Porzingis for a 3. And again, New York with the triple.
Impressive range from KP. Kristaps doing work on the perimeter.
Prince, the pass to Young. Shoots over Burke. Young's shot is off. Knicks trail by 21. Fires from 18. And there's another one for the Knicks.
This is where the respect you have for Porzingis' ability to drive is when he can pull up for that jumper and become a real handful.
Atlanta calls timeout. Locker room presence, one of the aspects that gets overlooked by fans, but Doris, not by coaches. And there are some players who have that presence.
You know what, Kevin? And this can take the shape of a lot of different things. So one guy that comes to mind is Sean Livingston. Always calm, always about team. Thaddeus Young is not a name necessarily that is at the top of everybody's best player list, but anyone who's ever coached Thad Young believes in his ability to affect positively a locker room. Then you have those guys who maybe are going to challenge you a little bit more, but ultimately are good for the team. And I would cite Draymond Green, who will call out a teammate if necessary, push them to greater heights. You need both kinds, I think, Kevin, in your locker room.
Feeds it to Kanter. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Well, Enes Kanter, when we talk about rebounds per minute, Doris, he's generally very high on that list.
Well, Kev, he's got the size and he's got the strength. But what I really love about him is there's this willingness to mix it up. This is a very physical player.
Two shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, to me, guys, you've got to know who you are. And Enes Kanter has a great sense of what he does well. Excellent low post game, superb rebounder, understands how to use his body. I love this guy.
And the Hawks making a change here. Anderson's checked in. Both good from the line that time.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
And Young kicks to Dedmon. And there's the pass to Carter. Dedmon a screen.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
Yeah, his production has been unbelievable. Really a testament to how much he cares about his craft.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Here's Porzingis, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
Kristaps Porzingis, standing 7'3". He's played power forward early in his NBA career, but with that height, his future, it could be at the center position.
Two shots.
And he makes the first. Both shots good from the stripe. The Hawks leading by 18. Lynn dishes to Carter. Left side, Lynn. Dedmon kicks to Lynn. 6 on the shot clock. Unloads. The Hawks again can't hit.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Right side, Porzingis over Anderson. Can't connect from 14 feet out. He can't get it to go. And so it's Atlanta with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. After 2 quarters, it's Atlanta out in front. They are in control of this game, up by 18. Kinney, what did you see from them?
What a brilliant, unselfish half of basketball they just played. Their ball movement was absolutely impeccable. All in all, just beautiful basketball to watch.
Shaq, what did you think about New York?
Well, the bottom line, they got to defend the three-point line much better. They were concentrating all their effort into protecting the paint, and these guys were standing behind the line, yak'em, splaka kataya, and that strategy backfired, Ernie. They gave up far too many open looks, and all those threes killed them.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See you, everybody, with Kevin Harlan.
The skyline of Midtown Manhattan so beautifully lit up tonight as we welcome you back to New York City. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. And it's been a clinic out there by Kristaps Porzingis.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
I don't think you could ask for anything more from this guy. He has been fantastic to start this one.
We're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for the Knicks. Inside, it's Porzingis and Kanter. Ntilikina out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Knox in at the 3 slot. Hardaway kicks to Porzingis. Screen by Porzingis. Ntilikina passes to Porzingis. Stolen by Collins. Now here's Bazemore. Headed by Porzingis. Bazemore gets the bucket. Bazemore's got his team on the board first here in the second half for Atlanta. There's a screen by Kanter. There's the pick to the inside. And stolen by Bazemore. Here's Len, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, Alex Len has the kind of length and interior game to make himself valuable. The solid big man, somebody you want in your rotation.
Alex Len, Doris, drafted number 5 overall. He shows flashes and has the physical ability.
This is why scouting is such a tricky business. You can see some raw talent, and then you have to wait for that talent to develop. Alex Len has the length that teams are looking for. But you also need to have floor spacing to operate your offense efficiently. And traditionally, that hasn't been part of Len's game.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Ntilikina kicks to Porzingis. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for Porzingis.
And what a big-time game we've seen from him. He's been the one looking to create and get a shot each trip down the floor. Every time a shot falls, his confidence just grows and grows. Just an all-around tremendous offensive showing.
First one falls for him. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Young dishes to Prince. Young passes to Collins. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Clock at 6. Prince kicks to Collins. Puts up a 3. No good on that one. And New York will come the other way. So it's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the Nets to look forward to. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Knicks trail by 19. Pass to Porzingis. And here's Kanter. Over Len. No good off the back of the rim.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Boy, I didn't think he had a chance of stopping that lay-in. What a gutsy defensive play.
Pass to Ntilikina. Count that one. Ntilikina's got 6.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring, and Tim Hardaway says, you know what, my teammate's open, I'm going to get him the ball.
And the dunk by Len.
I'll tell you, it takes fantastic vision and flawless timing to produce an assist like that.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
You know, I think one thing Coach will address in this timeout right now is you're missing a lot of shots. Why not become more of a facilitator out there?
And while we've got this moment here, now let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. Number 5, the Hawks.
And this team, in terms of scoring off of turnovers, that became the identity. I mean, they really look to disrupt and cause problems defensively, and boy, do they take advantage on the other end.
Ntilikina kicks to Porzingis. Screen by Porzingis. To the wing on the left. Stolen by Collins. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. It's tipped, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Kanter.
Looking now at some numbers for Bazemore. Some last season stats for him. Averaged about 13 points a game, 3 assists and 4 rebounds. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
I think they need more consistency from him, and they're getting it. Look for this to continue. I love it.
And adept mid-range shooter as well. All Young needs is a little breathing room, and he's set to fire.
Ntilikina passes to Porzingis. Kanter with a screen on Collins. Kanter trying to free himself up. Tries again. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got rebound number 8 now on the night.
Not how they hope to start the second half, missing 4 of their first 5 here.
Kanter against Len. Here's Porzingis. Len with the block. The Hawks leading by 21, and we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, the Knicks hope to build a contender around their star player, Kristaps Porzingis. He said playoff experience would be huge at this point in my career. The sooner, the better. That's the only thing I'm focused on. What I need to do on the court to play better, make my team win. Kevin, we'll see if they can get there together.
Thanks, D.A. For New York, they haven't made a mistake at the line yet, 10 of 10.
And look back a season ago, they did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
And he knocks down the first one. On Baker, he's checked in for Porzingis. No good on the second free throw. The Hawks leading by 20. Bazemore for 3. The shot comes out. Fires for 3. That one, no good. And Atlanta will come the other way. Pass to Collins. Back to Bazemore. Atlanta screen. Shot clock at 6. Young in the corner. New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Shot from 12. That's good on the jump shot. Knox has got 9. And so it's Atlanta with it. It's an 18-point game. And Young kicks to left. And they call an illegal screen here.
Boy, sloppy play. A supreme lack of focus. That's 4 turnovers for him now.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
No, I didn't either. I thought his feet were moving. It was close, but he was still sliding in just a bit.
And the Knicks making a change here. Burks is checked in. Rejected by Young.
And you can tell he wants to improve on the defensive end. Young, great to see him come up with the rejection. Clearly a foul.
At the line for your Knicks, Trae. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Jeremy Lin, he's checked in for Prince. Burke hits them both. Here's Young. He's got 19. Kicks it to Len. Young outside. Back to Len. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Len's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Yeah, Kev, nice work in the painted area. Alex Len with the size and skill to do more of this.
There's a screen. And there's the pass to Baker. Puts up a 3. Drops in the tray. Baker's got 5 points so far.
And really the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Now here is Young. He's covered closely. Plan a screen. It's stolen. Here's Burke. Good defensive work there by Young. Atlanta leading by 15. One kicks to Young.
Still looking for his first triple of the half. He had 3 at the break.
There's Baker, defended by Lin. Outside Hardaway. 6 to shoot. Kanter sets the pick for Hardaway. And it's in there. He has 7.
Well, in today's NBA, you've got to be able to play in pick and roll. And Hardaway doing work right there. And guys, it's been a little bit of an interesting journey for Tim Hardaway Jr., right? He gets drafted by the Knicks, traded after 2 seasons, then goes back to New York on a monster free agent deal.
Bazemore gets the bucket.
Well, you've got to look at this guy's shooting as one of the main reasons they've been able to build this lead.
Burke dishes to Kanter. There's a screen by Kanter. Hardaway kicks to Kanter. Over Collins. And there are the Knicks with another bucket. Well, Doris, when you think about Hardaway's future, sky's the limit if he can stay healthy.
Right, a high-energy guy, gets after it every possession, willing to sacrifice his body, very much the way his dad played. That's the only way he knows how to play.
For the Knicks, Mario Hezonja comes in for Hardaway, and Lee's subbed in for Baker. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for the Hawks. Carter comes in for Kent Bazemore. Here's Young, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. The Hawks making a switch here. Anderson's checked in. And so Young nails them both. Knicks trail by 16. Burke with it, and Young picks him up defensively. Lasagna, the pass to Kanter. Rebounded by the Hawks. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Here's Young. The Knicks pull it in. Kanter's got his 16th rebound on the night. Here's Lasagna. Lays it up and banks it in. The Hawks leading by 14. And Young kicks to Dedmon. Pass to Lynn. Over Lee. Off the left rim and out. New York's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. 6 feet out. And again, it's New York.
Very hard to shake the concentration of Courtney Lee. When this guy's near the basket, he's looking to score on you.
Dedmon a screen. Carter outside. That one doesn't go. New York with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Kanter, the pass to Knox. Carter outside. Young's shot is off.
Well, yeah, I mean, you want to give your offense a chance, and that possession didn't do it.
Not at all, Fred. I mean, no reason for him to be taking these kinds of shots. He has only himself to blame.
He kicks to Dedmon.
You have to guard Young tight. You got to know he's thinking of shooting as soon as the ball hits his hand.
There's a screen by Kanter. Here's Lasagna. It's Dedmon with the rebound. The Hawks leading by 13. It's Anderson with the drive. Here's Young. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to go on Trae Burke. A different look for New York. Porzingis, he's checked in for Knox. And it's Moutier in for Burke.
And Dwayne Dedmon, a player who started his NBA career late, was a rookie at age 24 and then floated around to several teams. But he has gone from being an end-of-the-bench guy to an important rotation player in just the last few seasons.
That one is off. And with Dedmon and the teams he's played with, you know, he always has found a way, Greg, to slot in and give you good minutes.
Yeah, what I love about him is he knows who he is as a player and plays to his strengths. Never gives up on a play on either end of the floor. And now he's even added a 3-point shot to his arsenal to kind of further expand his versatility.
Dedmon a screen. Carter with the 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Carter's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And really, as the 3-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Here's Porzingis. Buries it down low.
And so far, going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the 3-point shot.
Dedmon a screen.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
From 15 feet away, and that's an air ball. Not even close. Young inside, defended by Moutier. 16 feet away, and he connects with the jumper. That's now 26 points for Trae Young.
And the thing about Young's jumper, it's almost intimidating, and that unlocks so many other options for him.
Stolen by Anderson. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Anderson with the ball. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
That's his third personal foul. At the line of the house, Trae Young. 2 shots.
Two shots.
That free throw good from Young. Atlanta making a switch here. And so Young nails them both.
You know, seeing an uptick in his trips to the free throw line, really, since we came out of the half.
Moutier kicks to Hezonja. Anderson against Porzingis. No one near Moutier as he lets it go. Moves back up, and it's Porzingis laying it in. Porzingis has got 6 points in the quarter.
Amazing when you're 7'3" with great instincts. You create an opportunity to get the putback. Nice work, Kristaps Porzingis.
Hawks passing it around. Anderson wide open, buries the long-range jumper. Anderson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Moutier passes to Porzingis. Over Anderson. They grab their own miss.
Well, the touch that Enes Kanter presents is really terrific. Unbelievable scoring inside.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Hawks lead by 17. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Knicks trail by 17. Okay, time now for an injury report.
Hey guys, the head athletic trainer for the Knicks gave us some information. After taking a look, he informed me that it doesn't look too bad. A really discouraging development for this team at such an early point in the season. We'll see how they respond, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks for checking in and letting us know how he's doing.
And let's just hope that he doesn't have any setbacks during his recovery.
Well, and barring any of those setbacks, Greg, I wouldn't be surprised to see him back ahead of the schedule they've laid out for him.
On the court for Atlanta, Carter out there with Taurean Prince. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon. Then it's Young. And the first one drops. And he makes the first, but misses the second.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Lee, left side. Rebound by the Hawks. Dedmon's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Prince kicks to Carter. Back to Prince. Dedmon a screen. Shot clock at 6. Carter with the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Down low, Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Dedmon a screen. Carter kicks to Prince. Off the screen. Good on the bucket. And the Hawks lead by 21.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Porzingis is doubled. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Players going to great lengths to improve their performance and extending their prime years. We're seeing it all over the league. Doris, it amazes me.
I heard a number of LeBron James spending 7 figures a year.
Wow.
That's a 1 in 6 zeros to take care of his body.
No kidding.
Right, making an investment in your future. Understanding nutrition to training to recovery. Listen, you have a limited window, Kevin, to make money with your body if you're a professional athlete. So why you wouldn't want to extend that window as long as possible? You're playing a kid's game for fun, Kevin. Come on, let's lengthen it out if we can.
Now Young passes it to Carter. Over Hazonia. Here's Prince. No good that time. Excellent D from Kanter. Here's Moutier. And that one goes long.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, starting to look like it's taking its toll mentally. He doesn't look like himself.
Here's a look at what's coming up for New York. On Friday, they'll tip off a road trip in Brooklyn where they'll take on the Nets. And then on Saturday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics.
And that matchup against the Heat, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
A free throw drops for Dedmon. You always hear coaches preaching consistency. Doris, what enables that kind of night in, night out reliability?
Well, I think a lot goes into it, and you can start with pride, Kevin. If you're putting in the kind of preparation necessary, then you're going to take a certain amount of pride in the things you do on a night-by-night basis. Things aren't always going to go your way, but it's not how you end the night. It's how do you respond in the middle of the game when things are going against you. Calls haven't gone your way, or perhaps there's a bad matchup. What's your response? So a lot of things go into consistency, and it's why we take special pride covering players who pride themselves on being available.
And one of the most admired things you have, too, as well.
Correct. Michael Jordan loved to play every night.
And here's Bazemore. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Well, the league is always looking for ways to adjust the rules, make them better. There's a committee that studies this every single year, and you know, with that in mind, Doris, any rules you think they should alter or tweak?
Yeah, there's absolutely one, Kevin, and I think this goes to the point where perhaps we can have some more uniformity in the FIBA-ruled games that are played and the NBA. And there's one thing that's occurred in international play where players are becoming more athletic, and the opportunity for electric stuff to happen in transition is critical. To me, we have got to stop the intentional fouls, which are prohibiting fast breaks and all the potential for the explosive, exciting athleticism to be on display. So that, to me, is something we've got to address.
I'm with you. Lenz checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. And he sinks the second. For today's defensive schemes, Doris, which are more valuable in your opinion? Great on-ball defenders or great help defenders?
Well, I think you need both, obviously. I think anytime you can pressure the ball to a high level, I think that's very disruptive at the point of attack. But I also think in an era of incredible motion offense, you think of players and teams like the Golden State Warriors, the San Antonio Spurs, there's great ball movement, player movement, and you've got to be able to be aware at least 2 passes away. So you need both quality types of defenders, to me, to have a high-level defense, Kev.
I agree. It begins with an on-ball defender and usually evolves into a help defender. I mean, you can't do one without the other.
Agreed.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Len. That one misses. Knicks trail by 21. Pass to Hardaway. And again, it's New York.
You can see the kind of confidence Hardaway has in his shot. This guy is so fluid in the catch-and-shoot situations.
Young dishes to Prince. Len a screen. Bazemore passes to Young. Drains it from beyond the arc.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
Ntilikina kicks to Hardaway. Now the pass to Porzingis. The shot, no good. So the Hawks will take it the other way. Bazemore passes to Young. Len sets a screen for Young. Back to Bazemore. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Ntilikina. Kicks it to Hardaway. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
And this is where it can get a little personal.
You gotta love seeing this, though, right? Your turn, my turn. They're going at each other.
Bazemore on the wing. Here's Young. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Young's got 36.
Now, this guy's trying to close this game out in style. He's not going to stop attacking until he's sure this win is in the books.
Pass to Porzingis. There's a screen by Kanter. Hardaway with a wide open look. A three-pointer is right on target. Hardaway has got 10 points in just the second half. Young outside. Tipped away. Got a piece of it.
Encouraging to see Kanter trying harder on the defensive end. There's height. There's ability to block shots. Go to work, Ennis.
Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort to the paint. Young's shot is off. Knicks trail by 21. Here's Porzingis. Len grabs the board. Len's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Doris, you think of all the highlight reel plays we get to see up close. We're so lucky. We feel the same way every time we sit courtside and watch one of these games. One of the most enjoyable parts about it, seeing the reactions of the guys on the bench.
They're just losing it, Kevin. They're falling down and they're bumping into each other, and then seeing the opposing bench trying to keep that poker face. They know they're not supposed to react, but sometimes the play is just so good you can't help it.
And we get out of our seats, don't we? I mean, just like the players do. We get out of our seats.
Oh, no doubt. I'll stand up, wave my hands in the air. Are you kidding?
Knox, he's checked in for New York. Good on both. The Knicks have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. Here's Ntilikina, defended by Young. Kanter dishes to Hardaway. Top of the key. Rebound by the Hawks. Young outside. Passes to Prince. Atlanta again missing.
Well, he had the defense's attention, dropping 2 threes in the first half, but he hasn't made one since.
The Hawks leading by 23. Bazemore for 3. Porzingis with the rebound. Pass to Ntilikina. And stolen by Bazemore. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
First personal foul.
Well, the league taking steps, Doris, to reform the draft lottery, flattening out the odds, doing a variety of things just to analyze the way it works, the mechanics. Do you think the change will be enough?
Well, again, I think this goes back to the leadership at the top of the NBA, and the right man is in charge in Adam Silver. And as is typical to Adam Silver, everything happens with a very measured approach in terms of reform. You do a little bit, and then you evaluate. But I think Adam has made it clear that the change they made to the draft lottery was nothing more than a first step. Now, where do we go from here? That remains to be seen.
And so Young nails them both. New York's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Can't leave anyone uncovered around Ntilikina. He is so adept at exploiting situations like that.
The kick out to Young. The Hawks working the ball around. There's a screen by Collins. Atlanta again missing. New York's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. From the stripe. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Bazemore against Hardaway. Now here's Bazemore. T right on him. Count it.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now the pass to Knox. Hardaway for 3. Rebound by the Hawks. Collins has got rebound number 13 with that last one. Lets it fly from 18. Prince misses.
And defensively, moving his feet there, staying right on top of the shooter.
What a great job contesting without fouling. Exactly how you want to defend the mid-range shot.
And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That'll be foul number 5 on him, and due to the bonus, we'll be headed to the free throw line.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Young. Probably no surprise, Doris. Fans would rather watch shots being hit from the field over free throws. So should the league do anything to perhaps cut down on trips to the free throw line?
You know what, Kevin? I don't know that I necessarily think there need to be fewer trips to the charity stripe. I don't like the hack-up player strategy, and I think that we've taken a good first step toward correcting that particular issue. But right now, I like the way the game is played in terms of officiating. My only objection to the way the game is officiated is take away those intentional fouls that are prohibiting fast break basketball.
And Vince Carter picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Vonleh. Dishes it to Mudiay. Here's the screen. Baker passes to Robinson. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
I don't think the pass could be better placed. That's a great assist.
And Young kicks it to Bazemore. Screen by Young. Collins passes to Len. Here's Young. Banked in off the glass. Young's got 46 points.
Boy, we're getting to the stretch run, and this guy has not cooled off. He is not about to let this lead slip away.
Here's Mudiay. Len grabs the board.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
Young. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Here's Azania. That shot no good. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. To the middle. Here's Collins. And finished off by Collins.
You just can't leave anyone open around Young. He's very capable of spotting his uncovered teammates.
Pass to Baker. There's a screen by Robinson. And now here's Hazonia. Let's go. Connects. The jumper drops. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Len, a screen. Young outside. Lets a floater go, and he lays it up and in. Young's got 48.
And nice little floater right there. Give Young credit. He's developed the shots he needs to overcome his size limitations.
Hezonja kicks to Vonleh. There's a screen. Doris, when you view international basketball, 13 and 14-year-olds playing in academies, some players turning pro overseas at 16, would something like that work in this country?
You know what, Kevin? I'm not necessarily for something like this. What I do believe is the NBA could become more involved across the board, and we should have more uniformity in basketball in general. And I think one of the ways to do that is to make sure we set up some sort of basketball committee across the different levels of basketball, starting with youth, going to high school, into college, then the semi-professional sort of basketball leagues out there, or the formative leagues like the G League, and then the NBA. I think we just need to look at the game in its totality and create some measure of uniformity. But frankly, I don't love the idea of 13 and 14-year-olds leaving their home to go to, quote, sport academies.
And the first one drops. Once considered a huge bust, Mario Hezonja has started to come alive and find his place in the NBA.
Let's remember, this is a man who got his rookie option declined and had to make the most of some chances and showed he still has upside last season. This guy was thought to be on the verge of leaving the NBA, but is starting to come around.
That misses, so he splits the free throws.
You know, he doesn't shrink the lead as much as he should have. That hurts a bit.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Hawks.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Trae Young.
Boy, their ball movement was terrific, and I thought he was the key to that. This guy conducted the offense, kept everyone involved, and spread the basketball.
Both free throws good from Anderson.
And for all his wild adventure shooting from the field, Anderson fairly consistent from the free throw line.
There's a good screen. There's a screen by Robinson. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot.
Boy, excellent team basketball. Use the screen to free himself up and drill the jump shot.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Passes it to Dedmon. Anderson outside. Pass to Len. And he drops it in from the low post. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 11 rebounds. Hezonja on the wing. He's covered by Anderson. Hezonja's shot is off.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Yeah, that's not a good example right there. You could have worked it around to get a better opportunity.
And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Jeremy, it really looked like defense got you guys going tonight and got them off their game.
Yeah, I mean, this might have been the hardest that we played, you know, collectively for a whole game in a while. And I think everybody who really stepped out on the floor, they gave everything they had, and it was great to see.
Really was telling, Jeremy, how you guys got going. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.